Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to first semester BCom General English class prescribed for Bangalore University, session 25. We were doing the lesson My Teacher by Helen Keller. Let's have a quick recapitulation of whatever we have seen in session 23 and 24. We were talking about the early life of Helen Keller. Helen Adams Keller. She was an author, political activist, and a lecturer. She was born on 27 June 1880 in Tuscumbia, Alabama. Her parents were Captain Arthur H. Keller and Kate Adams. Helen Keller became deaf and blind when she was 19 months old due to a sickness in the year 1882. Her parents did not know what to do. In the year 1886, they contacted Alexander Graham Bell, who had recommended Perkins Institute for Blind. The director of the institute recommended Anne Sullivan, a former student of Perkins Institute for the Blind, to be the instructor for Helen Keller. Thus began a 49-year-old long relationship between the teacher and Helen Keller. Anne Sullivan entered her life on 3rd March 1887 and was the reason for her tremendous progress with her ability to communicate. Helen Keller had a wonderful education journey. She attended Perkins Institute for the Blind in the year 1888. In 1894, she moved to New York to attend Humason School for the Deaf and Horace Mann School for the Deaf. In 1896, she entered Cambridge School for Young Ladies to prepare for Radcliffe College. She joined Radcliffe College in the year 1900, and in the year 1904, she became the first deaf and blind person in the world to receive a bachelor degree of arts when she was 24 years old. She started writing books. Totally, she had written 12 books and had also contributed to magazines and newspapers. The Story of My Life is an autobiography written by Helen Keller, which was published in the year 1903. Helen Keller had also become the greatest personality of the century. She became a world-famous speaker and author. She was an advocate for people with disabilities and for numerous other causes. She was friends with famous personalities like Dr. Alexander Graham Bell, Charlie Chaplin, and Mark Twain. The government recognized her work and awarded Presidential Medal of Freedom, the highest civilian award, on 14 September 1964 by President Lyndon B. Johnson. Helen Keller died on 1st June 1968 at her home. Now, My Teacher by Helen Keller is an extract from the autobiography The Story of My Life, which was written in 1903. This lesson is about an inspiring story of a person who discovered the world through her fingertips with the help of a great and dedicated teacher. We cannot name one without thinking of the other, since the two lived and worked together interdependently for decades until Sullivan's death in 1936. We are talking about Helen Keller and her teacher, Anne Sullivan. In this particular lesson, she talks about her experiences, her feelings, her emotions when Anne Sullivan visited her house for the first time. She was eagerly waiting for her teacher to come. There were other teachers before her, but this was different. She says, the most important day in my life was the day my teacher, Anne Mansfield Sullivan, on 3rd March 1887. Helen Keller was just 7 years old. So she names March 3rd, 1887 as the most important day of her life. It was the day when her teacher, Anne Mansfield Sullivan, came to our house to be the instructor, teacher, guide, and an inspiration. On that particular day, on the afternoon of that eventful day, Helen Keller stood on the porch, dumb, expectant. She was waiting eagerly for her teacher's arrival. She was not sure of the future, or the future held of marvel or surprise for her, because Helen Keller was always angry and bitter. We cannot blame Keller. She couldn't see, she couldn't speak, she couldn't hear anything. She was deaf, dumb, and blind. She didn't know what was happening around her. And that's why she remained angry and bitter continually for weeks. She was also like a ship in a dense fog, tense and anxious. Anxious because she doesn't know what is going to happen to her. She doesn't know the world around her. But she was waiting for something to happen. A miracle, probably. I was like that ship before my education began, without compass and sounding line, and had no way of knowing how near the harbor was. She compares herself with the ship which doesn't know where the harbor was. She also says she was like that before her education began, or before Anne Sullivan came into her life. She didn't know the direction. She didn't have anyone to guide. She didn't know how near or how far the harbor was. But there was a constant cry on her soul. What was the cry? She was longing for light. Light, give me light, was the wordless cry of my soul, she says. So, she had the determination to learn. She dreamt of learning. She had the urge to learn. She was waiting for that one particular light. She was waiting for one particular person to show her the light, the way. The light of love shone on me in that very hour. So that light was none other than Anne Mansfield Sullivan. On that particular day, that particular hour, there was light in her life. Through Anne Mansfield Sullivan, she accomplished a lot of things which nobody could dream of. She felt the approaching footsteps. That afternoon, when Anne Mansfield Sullivan walked into her house, she felt the footsteps. She stretched out my hand as I do to my mother. She stretches her hand out as she always does to her mother. Someone took it, and I was caught up and held close in the arms of her who had come to reveal all things to me, more than that, to love me. Immediately, someone took her hand, caught her, and held it close in the arms of her. She had come to reveal all things to her, to educate her, to teach her, more than that, to love her. That was more important. As a teacher, it is the duty of the teacher to love the students. If there is love, there will be hopes, determination, and aim. The next day, my teacher gave me a doll. The blind children at Perkins Institution had sent it. Next day, Anne Sullivan gave Helen Keller a doll which was a gift from the blind children at Perkins Institution for Blind. She had played with the doll for a while. Anne Sullivan slowly spelt it in my hand the word doll. After playing with the doll for a while, Anne Sullivan started to teach her that what she is playing with is DOLL. She started writing on her arm. Helen Keller was not used to it. It was something new. And she immediately became fascinated by this finger play and tried to imitate what Anne Sullivan had written. But she did not know it had a meaning, spelling, or words existed. But she started imitating whatever was written on her arm or hand. She loved the game. In the following days, learned lots of words in the following days. Helen Keller started learning lots of words in the following days, and she also understood everything had a name. That happened after several weeks, and thus the first step into education started for Helen Keller. Thank you.